Let me make sure I can go live. Don't tell me. I thought I just killed this fly. Maybe I'm just seeing dust go around. Anyways, what's up, everybody? I don't even know if we're live. It doesn't even show. Why is this showing? This is weird. What is going on here? Let me go back. I have no idea. If I am live, let me know, but I won't be able to see it because I can't see it. Live. There we are. All right, we got 12 people watching. Thank you guys for stopping by. I am live. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to see it even if I don't know why I asked. Let me, here we go. It's every time, I think it's every time I have these lights on. Maybe that's it. That fly always comes to me every time I have these lights on that are facing me. Yeah, I think that might be it. To subscribers only. And details. So today's looking pretty decent because we're almost up 2%. We were up 2% at one point, but you know, now we are good. All right, 20 people watching. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you guys hit the like button right away. It does help out the channel quite a bit. Support. Yeah, the shorts have not covered. Going to be bringing more money to AMC shortly. You're looking for support. Support has come, not all the way back down, but has made a move back, down to where they were. Just know that a lot of these positions, just know the shorts, it's easy for them to cover because they don't have a lot of people holding the positions. So yes, they have it covered and it will increase the price, but will it increase the price to a level of, what we're seeing with AMC or what we will see with AMC or, any other, position, or I guess AMC or GME? No, it's not going to be that level because of the fact that we're not holding a lot of shares there. But there are still a lot of shorts that are out there. So you're right. It just won't increase to the level that people think it's going to increase to. And if you have more people that sell off, then that ends up decreasing a lot more rather than even if they do cover, it ends up decreasing a lot more if people end up selling. So for that a fly emoji? Apple vinegar with a little soap in a clear container. Huh. I'll have to look into that because I have one fly. I swear it's one fly, one or two, that's around here in the basement. And every time I turn on the lights, they come over here. So we'll figure it out. I'm gonna clean this place like top to bottom, and I still think the fly will be a problem. But we'll see. We're fine. But yeah, AMC currently up about 2%, 1.8%. Let's look at the day to see how it's been going. The pre-market doesn't look bad. It looks solid. I love seeing this type of movement because it shows nothing but real positivity there. Works. I've tested it. I'll have to check it out. But yeah, this has been, I like the way that it has been moving because the past however many weeks we've been seeing positive days to where they look positive and they stay positive, right? We have seen some days to where they were positive and came back on us. Obviously the day to where it went up to $48 and then dropped down. But yeah, I mean, we're looking pretty good. It was over 2% at one point and it's getting close to 2% at that point. Right now we're seeing volume of about 100,000 in Webull. It's probably more like 200,000 as a whole when you look at basically the overall market, not just Webull. Clove, what's going on with Clove? I have Clove here. Should have Clove here. I mean, I could just type it in, but I always like to just look it up on the side. Let's just look it up. What about Clove? Clove is not really doing much. It's flat right now. I actually don't know if I have any. I do have detail on it. So let's look at AMC, and then I'm also going to duplicate this and look at Clove. Well, let's look at SPRT. See what's going on there. You obviously still have 69%, 69% short interest of free float, which is around 6.47 million shares. So they still have some shorts that are out there, and you still have to cover. Just remember, like what I said, if people end up selling, that impacts it a lot more than them covering their shorts. So just understand that. What are you looking at? Clove? I don't know. I haven't heard of people talk about Clove in a while, because Clove kind of fell off the map. It's down to what, 17%, which is around 33 million shorts. I mean, that's not horrible, right? That's on the same level of AMC. It just doesn't have the holding, like people that are holding it. 80% of people, 70% of people, 60% of people, 50% of people. It doesn't have any, a lot of people that are holding it, right? Not any people, but, a bunch of people that are holding it. So, but AMC currently at 17%, which is 88 million shares. This is the difference between this and a lot of those other heavily shorted positions, is the fact that we're holding a large majority of AMC, and so institutions are doing it as well. So BBIG, what did BBIG do yesterday? I believe it did pull back, didn't it? And I said as you look into some of these positions, it did pull back from where it was, because it was up to $10 total, 33% gain, but still is down from open to close. So if you bought in at the open, hopefully you were able to get whatever profit you can get out of this gain or this gain, and then get out of the position, because if it goes against you, you know that it can continue to go against you. And that's what I talked about during the pre-market yesterday, was that if you get into this position, make sure you're disciplined. And I don't know if everybody was disciplined when they were getting into this position, but hopefully you were, and you were able to get out at that point. Right now, you'll see in the after hours market, it did end up increasing, and now you're starting to see it decrease, creating these lower lows, lower highs. Actually, this is more of a resistance level. But who jinxed Zom? I mean, Zom just had a good day, and then whoever was shorting it decided to continue to short it more. So we definitely saw some more shorting going through with Zomedica. What do I think about Naked? I think Naked will end up moving. Naked brand will end up moving with AMC and GME, not to the level of AMC and GME, just something to where it does get impacted by it based on history, because history does end up repeating itself. You're going to see GME and AMC skyrocket, and then you're going to see people want to get into some other positions so they don't miss out, right? And that's what they'll end up getting into. All of the positions that ended up moving with AMC and GME last time. You had cost that ended up skyrocketing. You had Fubo TV. You had a bunch of other stuff. I can go through a large list of positions that moved with AMC and GME, and Naked was one of them, so, and SOS was one of those ones that had like more of a delayed reaction to it. So people got into one thing, they missed that opportunity, got into that. Same thing with Zom. It was one of those delayed reactions. It'll happen a little bit after. So every time AMC has a large increase, you'll see Zomedica and Naked brand both have that increase after the fact, not right away, not while they're having that increase. It'll be right after, as people miss their opportunity, they'll get into those positions. So that's what I'm thinking. You look into CRSR? So this position was up 2% yesterday, almost 3% yesterday. Had I was going to say a decent amount of volume, but right now only has 17,000 shares worth of volume. Total outstanding. Let's look at free float. Yeah, 90, almost 100 million shares. That's not that bad. Looking at a free float of 36 million shares. You did see this increase in the after hours market and pre-market right now, stair stepping on the way up, even with little volume, which is definitely interesting. Showing for basically 5% up right now. That's not a bad gain. And I don't know why you are seeing this larger increase. It could be just to the point to where they are buying up a bunch. Mentioning YouTuber Matt Kors. In a second, they call for YouTuber Matt Kors. He has a stock on his watch list. Are you kidding me? So they have what? Do you see this news? All right. Well, that's the reason why it's getting some hype, because it's on his watch list. So when Matt Kors has something on his watch list, people are going after it. So that's probably, so I guess it's probably a good thing that he doesn't really show his positions, because people will continue to invest in some of those, and it will heavily influence the stock market, I guess, because this is already up 5% based on this news 16 hours ago, right? Not based on the news on the 20th, based on this news 16 hours ago. That's just crazy. All right, so then there you go. There's no real detail behind it. It's just basically the Matt Kors news. Interesting. I was in the live stream yesterday when that happened with Kors. It was funny. Kors said in his videos yesterday that he had literally just added it because he likes esports. It was running up before he even said anything, and then put the article out. He laughed about it. Yeah, I mean that's funny. It's definitely funny. Anyways, let's go ahead and go to some other things. What are we looking at here? Let's change this. It's crazy how someone can have influence, could influence the stock price just based on obviously a YouTube following. Zom going to run soon. What is Zom actually at? I know it is down right now in the pre-market. It is gonna make some moves. It went all the way up to 80 cents. Just imagine like all these levels where you can see it resist from, and it gets up to 80 cents. You could have pulled out maybe if you were at a certain level, and then put more back in at the bottom, get back in at a lower point, maybe 60 cents. I don't know where everyone else is. I've seen some people that were at 60 cents, that were at 45. Some people that were at $1 or $2, and it sucks to be at those levels, because obviously that's a high price and you have to really lower that cost basis in order to get to that point. So I'm still sitting on Zom, still have my 7,000 shares at the moment, and I don't influence any stock price, but I have 7,000 shares at the moment, and still sitting on it, waiting for that to make a move, but obviously waiting for a lot of things to make a move, SOS included. So yeah. Please check Ortex first. We are ready for another squeeze. I did check it, and it's not necessarily saying that we're ready for a squeeze. For support, it shows what you're looking at is the short interest of free float. Yes, at 70%. You're also looking at 6 million shorted shares. Does that mean that that's a squeeze? No. Do you have enough people that are holding this position for a long period of time? No. You have people that are holding it just to gain something quick out of it, right? And if you're holding it for a long period of time, then that's what really pushes that squeeze, because it's like, okay, they can't cover because we're holding so many shares. However, they have so many shorts out there, they can cover, But if we start selling, which most people will once you start seeing an increase, if you start selling, then it ends up decreasing that price a lot more, no matter how much they cover their shorts. Because they cover their shorts to a certain amount, we end up selling to a level where this, it's way over 6 million shares or whatever. It's just not, it doesn't look good for the overall situation. Yes, this will increase. I believe you will see it make a move if people don't massively sell. But yeah, I mean, you have to see a lot of people holding it. You have to see a community behind it. Something like AMC and GME. It's not a squeeze. It's a larger increase, a larger potential increase. Solana. Is Solana still rocketing? Yeah, Solana's at 110. I've seen that. Oh, 120. Never mind. Wow, that looks amazing. It's really, really good. Hopefully people are, holding on this position, making a move, or, taking their profits, whatever they wanted to do, because at a certain level where it was, you could have made a decent amount of money from it. There are so many plays that you can make this type of move from, but this is a solid move, and it's a consistent move. It's not one that fluctuates. It's going from 34 or even lower than that, I guess 32, increasing and finding its levels, and they're consistent moves rather than having those up down up down up down, sort of like what you are seeing with other positions. As we go to let's see. Let's look at something that's very volatile. Obviously, farm is very volatile, but you're looking at something like the farm, and that can go up to 300, come back down. This is very volatile and violent movement because the typical hold time is a lot less, right? You're seeing that violent movement all the way down to 250 and then back up to 270 and all of that. So in the last 24 hours, it has moved like up and down multiple times from 250 to 270 down to 250 to up to 260, making those moves, and then recently seeing even more movement. So it's very volatile, and Solana looks less volatile. It looks really, really good. I'm seeing a lot of a big increase in Gitcoin. I bought in somewhere around like $8 or something like that, and now I'm seeing that make a good move. So I really don't know how high this will go in the short term. It does show that it can go pretty high, but we'll see how this all plays out there. I must have a good increase in some of these coins here. I know I'm getting earning some interest here, earning $3 worth of interest. That looks good to me. I'll take that. Seems like I think Cosmos ended up making a move. Yeah, back up to 25. That's good. That's really good. All right. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. There's a community of diamond hands. Yes, there is a community of diamond hands, but you have to have a larger community in certain areas. We have 150 people in here, guys. If you can, hit the like button. It does help out the channel. Ethereum right now, what is Ethereum doing? Let's look at, I just was looking at that. Ethereum is currently up 8%, almost at 3,500. Really, really good. Litecoin, that's up. Ethereum Classic, that's up pretty high. Let's look at my Coinbase Pro, because that has to, let's refresh this. Yeah, I'm over 20,000 on Coinbase Pro, which is really good. Where is Cardano at? Cardano is at $2.86. I don't know if you could see it. It's right behind me. Okay, it's behind me. It's $2.86. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. It's currently up about 1.7%. Is that right? Clover Finance, though. Clover Finance is up 14%. I definitely see that as a big move. I have about 1,000 coins of that, and I want that to skyrocket. I'm not sure exactly how much Clover Finance has. Let's see. So the circulating supply is 128 million, which is 71st popularity. You're seeing the volume increase. The typical hold time's 14 days. So recently we have seen that up to $2.18. Looking all the way back, a year, you can see that get up to about $40, which is huge. That gets up to $40. I hold 1,000. That's already $40,000 that I would hold of Clover Finance. Now this is over a year's time, is it? Or is this 2021? So April 2021 is where we have the latest data, where it was back at $42 and has decreased pretty much the whole entire time, and then now is set to a level of $1.70, whatever it ends up getting to. I see this as a level to where it can get to decent numbers, $4, $5, $10. Let's see how that ends up making a move based on popularity. So Solana Endo 2021 predictions. I have no idea, because I predicted that would come back. So I'm wrong in that aspect. I wouldn't say that I have a full prediction on Solana. I do like what they're doing, and I did talk to a bunch of people about getting in it a while ago, but I didn't end up making a move. I think it was at like 20 or 30. So that was one of those opportunities that I missed out on. However, I do have other opportunities that I've already made money on, basically the same amount of money. If I would have put more in there, then I could have double, triple, quadruple what I actually had if I would have put everything in there, which I'm not going to put everything in there no matter what. I probably would have put like $1,000 and turned 1,000 into 4,000, or 1,000 into 5,000. But I've done that with other positions. So I'm always upset with missed opportunities, but not to a point to where I'm just like, oh, well, you know what, now I give up type of thing. But yeah, I know I was wrong with the prediction saying that it would come back. It did drop back from 80, but then started to increase as more volume came on. So this is where I talked about resistance levels, support levels don't really hold that well, because it is a strong resistance level at 80, at around that $75 to $80 mark. But it just broke through it with the amount of volume that went through. So it looks really good. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really, really good. Would I get in it now? No, I'm not. But even if it does continue to skyrocket, for people that are holding it, I'm definitely excited for you guys. When we just want to buy regular stocks, should you buy order limit or market? I usually buy market just so I get things filled right away when I want to. If you're day trading, it depends. Sometimes you want to buy a limit order, and you set that limit price, and you can go through with that. A lot of times with me, when I'm day trading, like I said, I just do a market order and get filled very close to it. I would say there's a very slim chance that you're going to have a huge bid-ask spread, where you're going to get, like, you put in a market order at a certain price and it's like, a couple of cents, like 10 cents up. Like, it's not going to be that dramatic of a difference. You'll probably see a couple of cents of a difference, but I just want to get filled and then see a dollar increase usually. Now, if it's a swing trade, you probably want a limit price. You probably want to set some sort of a price there. And if it hits your price target, then you can get in, and whenever you want to sell, you'll be able to sell, so that you can always have a strategy on building that. Also with long-term investing as well, if it hits a certain price where you feel comfortable, then you do that. Is Solana at 130? Where is that? Oh, not at 130, not yet. I know at 126, just going up. Yeah, it's making a move. 124 right now. Not bad. The volume is still up 146%. What's crazy is, like, it every single day it's up higher and higher by 100+%. Even though the day before that was up by like 100%. So it's obviously increasing a heck of a lot. What what are the fundamentals in buying Doge that is Yeah, that is cheap and easy access. I see other coins stronger. Yeah, there are other coins that are definitely stronger than Dogecoin. The only thing is that Dogecoin, sorry, Dogecoin still has the popularity behind it. So the point is that people are holding Dogecoin for a long period of time. So if I go into Doge, what you will see is you're going to see a typical hold time of 52 days. Now, this Doge hasn't been on Coinbase for long, right? So its typical hold time of 52 days is pretty solid. It's 5 in popularity. That's what makes it so strong. It's not about what can move further based on circulating supply, because the circulating supply is high. It's mainly just the fact that the popularity is there. And that's why, people call it a meme coin. That's why they look at the stock market and say like meme investing and all that other stuff, is because if it has popularity behind it, people are going to get behind it. And obviously you can see that it doesn't have the best fundamental value to it. It doesn't have the biggest use case unless you apply it to transaction-based currency that's cheap, fast, pretty much efficient. So it's something that does have a little bit of usability to it, but I would say it's more on the popularity than anything, because like you look at the popularity here and on Coinbase, it hasn't been on Coinbase for long and it's already 5th most popular. People are still buying it, people are still holding it, and people hold it for a long period of time, 52 days to be exact. So so that's what I'm feeling with this position, and that's why I believe in it. I still hold some Dogecoin. I don't hold a lot. I want to hold more, but it's something where I believe $1,000 $1,000 can go a long way with Dogecoin, and you can see that triple or quadruple. But yes, there are other coins to where you can see it quintuple, or you can see it 10x or whatever. Gosh. Sorry about all the coughing. What's the next Solana crypto? Polkadot, Chain, Uniswap. It depends how many people get behind things. So you can never predict where the popularity is going to go. I just like to get my hand or put my hand in multiple buckets here, and hopefully those end up catching a large increase. You know what I mean? So you never know what's going to catch that popularity, but I always recommend, getting into as many cryptocurrencies as possible, whatever you believe in. Obviously at the lows, don't invest at the high points. Like if you see something that hit an all-time high of, $3,000, you don't invest $3,000 or $10,000 into it, because what can happen is that can go from $3,000 back down to its lows, or back down to the mid game. Basically, if you see something that's around the lows or the middle of the road, then you can make those plays. But anything that's up in these higher levels, like Bitcoin up at 67K or 68K or whatever, I'm not saying that's too high and it won't ever get to that point. It's just you're buying at the top, and then if it does go against you, you'll be selling at the lows. So make sure that you set yourself up for where you want to be. I sold 10K Doge at 30 cents a week ago, and bought into ICP at 3K. What price did you buy into ICP at? Are you up right now? I know you can't really check a lot of, you said like a week ago. I know ICP was down and then ended up increasing just recently. It went up to like 70 or something like that, but they'd go back down, I think, which I can't find where it is, because I don't have anything in Coinbase anymore. Well, hardly anything. So currently at 66. A week ago, you did see this at 74. So if you bought in down here, you bought in at somewhere around sub 60, hopefully. I feel like Kali can 10x and it's cheap. It's only 35 cents right now. I have to check into it. Let's see. How do we go to this? I have some free crypto that I need to capture. It is new. It's good to know. So yeah, currently at 35 cents, it does have an 868 million supply. Typical hold time is 2 days. And so looking at the total supply, you're probably looking at somewhere around 2 billion, which is not bad. 2 billion still, you can get to about $1. I would say you probably want it to be in this at a lower point. It does move consistently, which is a really good point. It doesn't really have too many like large dips here. We'll look at a year, and we have seen it got up to a level of 57 cents, and that was probably when the circulating supply was a little bit lower, but then they probably added on some circulating supply, and that's why you did see that dip down to a level of 9 cents before increasing to this level of 46 cents. So that's definitely interesting, and I would say you're probably right that it does have some room to grow, but it's just a simple probably double, because of the fact that every time this does increase, it looks like they're adding on circulating supply. So that's what I'm seeing there. You're adding on more supply as this gets bigger. Just under 60. Okay, so that's good. That's really good. I saw a crypto called MINA. Have I heard of it? Let's check. MINA. I haven't heard of it, but it's not tradable on Coinbase. You're looking at the circulating supply of 205 million, which is not bad. Total volume, it's up 603%. That's phenomenal. Where it is now, it's $3.59, up 23%. It can definitely make a move, and has been up to the 180 mark in April, and recently has been up to 114. This is interesting to me. The reason why this is interesting, I might have to check out where I can get this at, because this is one of those positions that has a history of being up in those levels, and has a long period of time to where it is at some of these low levels of $1, $3, or whatever. So buying like maybe $1,000 worth, or holding like 100 would not be bad. Carl, stop. Would not be bad. So this is something that I might have to look into on gate.io. I don't know if that's a possibility, if that's even available for trading over there. Coin market cap. Let's look at. So these are these type of positions that really get me like sort of excited, because they have opportunities, they have room to grow, and it shows it based on history. Even though it doesn't have like, it may not have like the best usability to it. So it does look like it is tradable on gate.io, Kraken, Binance. That's interesting. Carl, stop. Stop. This is, I would let you down here if you wouldn't stop, or if you would stop doing, come on. Go. Don't go over here. I don't want it. Carl, I can't. Come on. Get from behind there. Get from behind there. You're messing things up. Go. You're messing things up. He keeps knocking things over and pushing cords, and it's, I know you just want attention, but you always want attention when I'm wearing black, which will get a bunch of fur on it. Do you think SPRT is going to rip again today? I have no idea. I mean, eventually you're going to see that. You're going to see it move a lot, because it still has a high short interest. But soon that's all going to be, taken out. About SafeMoon. I do believe in SafeMoon. I've had SafeMoon for quite some time. Carl, I can't. I really can't. I'm about to put you upstairs. Every single day. Have you heard of Coin Tracker? I started using it for my multiple crypto wallets. It's awesome for seeing the P&L on Coinbase and Coinbase Pro wallets. I haven't heard of it. I'll have to check that out. Sorry I haven't been around. I've been busy at work, but I've been watching your YouTube videos. Well, I appreciate that. Just staying up to date. One, you watching it. I appreciate anybody that's watching my content. But two, it's always great to just get that information, understand where we are. And that's really all we need sometimes. I want to continue to do these live streams just because, people are really invested in understanding what's going on here and also getting an opinion on other positions, not just worried about AMC and GME. But obviously that's like the main thing we want to focus on whenever it comes up. We want to make sure that both of them are going well. This time frame will always be remembered as the, I don't even know what that is. They're talking about support on CNBC. Of course they are. What up, everybody? Does anybody on here use Public? I don't use Public. I've been thinking about using Public because every time I hear Graham Stephan talk about it, I'm just like, should I? I mean, that's too many platforms. I have so many platforms. SafeMoon shares, Matt. I invested the same time as you, around the same amount, but I'm approaching 39 million. I have 25 million because I transferred it over to Gate.io. And ended up paying some SafeMoon for doing that. I don't want to hold it in Trust Wallet. I'd rather hold it on the exchange so I can easily trade it as soon as things make a large move. So if we end up getting to a certain point to where I own $100,000 worth of SafeMoon, or $200,000 or $300,000 worth of SafeMoon, obviously I'll make that move in order to put it into other cryptocurrency or into the stock market. Your cat made you skip my comment. Thoughts on VXV? Feeling like it's gonna fly. Is this VXV as in I guess it's not a stock. It's a cryptocurrency. Let's go back. VXV, so Vector Space AI. Not supported on Coinbase. I can't see the circulating supply, but it is at $5.42. So what I'm going to do is go over to Coinbase. No, I'm going to go over to Coin Market Cap. That's what I'm looking for. And see what the circulating supply is. So the circulating supply, total circulating supply is 37 million. For some reason, I thought that was 50,000. I was going to say 50,000 supply and it's only at $5. Sign me the hell up. Like if that was the case, I would have been in there so fast. I don't even have any of these platforms though. So once you end up getting onto different platforms, that ends up becoming a different situation. But right now, currently at $5.42 with 50 million supply there. Total supply, and then the circulating supply, self-reported circulating supply, is 37.4 million. So yeah, you can see that skyrocket once you do see a bunch of different platforms make it available to trade and exchange. But right now, it's probably not going to make that move. You just need to have something to where you can own that position, which you can own it on Shiba Swap. But I would like to be able to own it on Gate.io. I think ADA is going to fly like that, and Farm 2. But ADA is cheaper option. Yes, ADA is a cheaper option. I trust your knowledge. Is it just my smooth brain, or is it just Coinbase doesn't make it easy to know how much money you've got available for buying crypto? Well, Coinbase, you can easily just buy it from your bank account. or you can put money in there as USD, but typically I just buy directly from my bank account, which makes it easier. But the only thing I really don't like about crypto is them not showing you how much you gained out of the situation. So it's not going to tell you how much you invested and how much you were up based on how much you invested. You know, it's not telling you that. And I hate that, because then I'm like, all right, well, I have to do the math in my head, which is easy to do the math in your head. But when you have so many coins, then you can't keep up with how much you're actually up. You just have to worry about how much you thought that you invested in the positions. Thoughts on views on XEA, or sorry, XEC. eCash, is this it? So it looks like it has 18 trillion. 18 trillion coins with a total of was that million, billion, trillion, with a total of 21 trillion. That's a huge move. I don't know the details behind this as to like if this has like a burn rate or something, but I don't know. I don't get into something that's that small because it just doesn't make sense to me. So I don't have any solid views on it. Other people may, but I don't. It just doesn't sit well with me because I don't know if it has like a burn rate. It's going to burn off trillions of coins and get to owning billions of coins, but it's just not looking good for me. And hopefully that's the position you're talking about. Matt says it. Yeah, exactly. Yes, I totally agree. I hate that also about Coinbase. Yeah, you can't. I mean, it's probably good for tax reporting because then you don't have to pay as much in taxes. You can basically just make up stuff because they don't give you that type of information. But I haven't gone through a tax season through crypto yet, so we'll see how that does play out. Anyone have thoughts on? Matt can answer as well. Okay. Look it up. NKN. So NKN coin currently has 700 million, a total supply or max supply of 1 billion. That's not bad. It's showing that it can easily get to $1 of that level. But right now we're at a level of 700 million. 700 million is a little on the higher side when it comes to like average coins, right? Average coins that I want to invest into. But 1 billion obviously is not, it's not crazy, right? You can still get to $1. You can still get to $10. You still have the ability to get to higher and higher levels, being at 1 billion supply. You can also get to $100 easily. You know, if it's something that becomes that popular, you can get to $100 and still only have $100 billion market cap, if that makes sense. So right now the supply, I guess, is a little bit lower, maybe because it's not tradable. Oh, it is tradable on Coinbase. So it is tradable on Coinbase here. It's tradable on Binance, Gate.io. So it's basically tradable everywhere. It just needs the popularity behind it. How long has it been in existence? When was it created? Do we have that data? I mean, we can go by the chart. The project launched in January 2018, so it's been around for quite some time. What was the impact when it came to? Let me look over here. Let me go here, and then we'll go. It's NKN, right? NKN. NKN, because it is tradable on Coinbase. It's at 45 cents, and it is 70% of the total supply. The volume is down, so it is at a lower level from where it was at. Let's look at this and what's the high point. So the high point was $1.48. in April, which is not bad at all. In November, all of these days you've seen it down at that 2-cent level, and now you're seeing it at a level where it is increasing and currently at a level of 45 cents. That's pretty big because you're not halfway at that peak point. You're halfway to about this point where it looks like it's a resistance point. So I look at it as a good play. It doesn't look like a bad play based on growth potential. Because the growth potential is a lot higher, especially if you're, buying into, this coin looking for just a larger increase. It could have that happen. It's 1 billion supply. That's basically nothing, right? Not actually nothing, but it's basically nothing. So yeah, I like it. I'll add it to my watch list. I don't know what the usability is, but I don't really care because what I care about is the potential and where people will push this when you do see it at its high. So what's crazy is you didn't see any type of increase around this November through February phase until it got to an aftermath type of thing. Now, this might have been the point, maybe it was added on Coinbase. I don't know when it was added on Coinbase, but this might have been that point to where you did see it increase based on, it getting, introduced on Coinbase. So anyways, looks good. I'll add it to my watch list. It's something that I will keep an eye on here. So I'm going to duplicate this and bring this over here just so that I do have it for later. Nice super chat. So difficult to buy coins like SafeMoon. Any tips or suggestions? I have some, but it was a bunch of swapping out with other coins. So if you want to buy SafeMoon, I know Gate.io is a really great platform to do it. It was difficult previously to where you can only really get it on, going through KuCoin. You can get it on KuCoin as well. You just have to swap things, and it's another exchange. KuCoin is another exchange to where you can't necessarily buy everything that you want there, but you can buy certain things and exchange a lot. So I've bought things on, so typically what I'll do is I'll buy something on crypto.com and then send it to KuCoin or Gate.io, and then after that you just swap whatever you had there for if it's Ethereum, you swap Ethereum for SafeMoon, or you swap Ethereum for USDT and then swap USDT for SafeMoon. But it's very simple to do it. It's just, it seems more difficult because it's always like, oh, you swap this for this and you swap this for this. It's like, no, it's not that difficult. It just seems difficult because, obviously you're not used to doing that. It's just like, oh, I'm going to buy it on Webull or I'm going to buy it on Coinbase. It's the easiest way to do it. But with other platforms like Gate.io or KuCoin, you can swap things out. So that would be my suggestion. And I don't know if you need to buy a crazy amount of SafeMoon. If you wanted to start and just buy $100, which would get you a decent amount of SafeMoon, you can buy that and just let it sit there. Don't put any more into it, because the more that you have, the more difficult and the more that you're going to impact the price when this does end up getting completely burned off. Do you know? When they end up burning off all the way down to 25 trillion and this gets to about 1 cent, if it does get to 1 cent, then you end up getting to a situation where you're like, all right, what am I going to do here? If I sell this, I'm not going to be able to sell all of it at 1 cent because I'm selling 100 million coins or 1 billion coins at 1 cent. If you do that, a lot's going to get burned off, but then you're also going to have an impact to the price. So that's why I'm sitting at 25 million, which is still a lot, but I'll be able to sell a lot of it at that current price that I want to. So, and at 1 cent, I'm probably not going to sell. If they continue with this thought that 25 trillion is the lowest that they want to burn to, then I'm going to end up making that move at like 1 cent or whatever. But if they bring it to a point to where it can be burned past 25 trillion and get to a level of 1 trillion or, get down to the level of billions, I'll be all for it because I'll still hold millions of coins, which means that the price goes up. I end up getting out of those coins maybe at like 10 cents, which would be millions of dollars, and I'm good. But that's obviously way in the future because it looks like SafeMoon's not having a ton of volume right now. Sorry, I might have skipped some people. Does anyone know if Anchor has a burn rate? I don't believe it does. It's currently, it has 7.7 billion coins, which is not bad at all. Anchor can easily get to a dollar, easily. And I plan on buying more. I don't know where Anchor is at, like 10 cents right now. If it goes down a little bit more, yeah, I need to buy more. But yeah, I'm looking into this position as well. So let's see what Anchor is doing. Yeah, so Anchor has 7.7 billion total supply. This is around 77%. So the total supply that it has there is 10 billion. So for it to get to $1, it would need to get to a $10 billion market cap. Currently, it's at basically a $1 billion market cap, looking at about 10 cents or so. If it stays at 10 cents while they add on supply, then that's what happens. We're seeing the typical hold time stay around 53 days, so that's good. Popularity is 48. Once this does increase to a higher popularity rate and we see this typical hold time go up, we're going to see this price skyrocket. So this is something that I am holding for a little bit to see this make a huge move, and I'm holding 10,000 coins. I would love to hold more, but we'll see how this plays out. It's only 10 cents, so I probably should buy more. Yeah, because if I buy 10,000 more, it would be another $1,000. Yeah, is that accurate? I'm skipping a lot because I'm giving these long answers. Major stock theme would be cool. You just could be TMI, but with glasses. If SafeMoon makes it to 1 penny, that's 250K, Matt. Yeah, I know. So it makes it to 1 penny. That's what I mean. I'm over 200,000. I'm saying if it makes it to 10 cents, so if it goes to 10 cents, that's millions of dollars. So I know what that is. But yeah, I'm gonna sit at 25 million and let it sit there for quite some time, because we don't know how far this is going to burn off. With more popularity, it obviously burns off more. But what people are doing is they're actually holding it, waiting for that to make their moves, because obviously people are playing it for that same thought. But eventually people will get tired of holding it, and you'll see a lot of the people that are holding billions of coins end up selling off quite a bit to put it into other positions. That's just what happens. Raise a hand if you've been in AMC or GME since January. Yeah, since January. It's been a while. Need more capital to invest new money into AMC. Don't hate the player. Yeah, I hear you. Hello, Matt. It seems like you don't see the questions on Twitch, but can you tell me the difference between Coinbase and Coinbase Pro? Thank you. Sorry about that. I don't even have Twitch up. I'm so sorry. But the difference between Coinbase and Coinbase Pro: one, Coinbase has a better platform where you can see all of the data. You can see the market cap, volume. I believe you can see the market cap and volume over there, but you can't see the circulating supply, typical hold time, popularity, all the different stats and stuff. I think Coinbase is more like gamified. You can get like free coins, free crypto for like doing some sort of education. Also, you pay more fees. So when you do purchase something, you pay a higher fee than you would in Coinbase Pro. Coinbase Pro is more like just trading on an exchange. Like you're actually seeing like comparable to like Webull. You see how this is set up? You can't find that on Coinbase. Coinbase just .com. I don't know what to say, but Coinbase Pro, you can find that here. So you can see the last traded volume, you can see the price increase, all of that, but you don't see enough information. That's why I was saying they should make an update and just add a lot of the information that we want to see from Coinbase Pro or Coinbase onto Coinbase Pro. So the difference is a better, depending what you like, better, user face, and also interface. For some reason I feel like I'm just messing up all the words in the world. Anyways, Coinbase Pro is more of that, like, you know, technical platform where you get in and you see like candlesticks and all that stuff. And Coinbase, you know, has that better interface, has that more user-friendly interface, and has higher fees. So if you want to buy something, you buy something on Coinbase Pro, and then you can transfer it over to Coinbase if you wanted to. So anything that's maybe a, let's say an interest paying position, if you have a bunch of interest paying positions, any of these that, you know, you may hold, you can get into these in Coinbase Pro and then transfer them over to Coinbase. Any ones that you want to stake, you can transfer them over to Coinbase after buying them in Coinbase Pro and then stake them, you know? So yeah, that's the difference. Not a long-winded answer. Let's check what AMC is doing, because we haven't talked about them in a while. AMC is currently still at 1.9%. It was up to 2%, and Carl is back, and he's just knocking things over because that's what he does. I don't understand it, man. I know you just want love. I will give you like all types of love when I stop streaming. I'll scratch your chin. Here we go. It's all gravy. Matthew isn't rich like our beloved Matt Kors. Show him some love. Help feed his youngings. Yeah, I'm not rich. I'm not wealthy. I don't hold a lot of money. You know, I don't get that many views. If I got more views, then yes, it would be a different story. But I don't. So, but it's fine. Man, I'm late. Well, better late than never, right? Remember when I said you should buy Solana at 28 to 30? Yeah, I was just talking about that earlier. You should buy Solana that you said that I should buy Solana at 28 to 30. I mean, that's just another position that I believe I already gained that with a couple of other crypto positions. So no matter what, like I said, I probably would have put $1,000 into it. And if I would have put $1,000 into it, that would have grew to probably $5,000. But I've had plenty of cryptos that have given me that level. But Solana looks amazing. Again, I would say if you were in it and you wanted to take your profits, you can always take your profits. If you wanted to continue to let it grow, continue to let it grow. It looks like it's moving phenomenally, and what we can say is that it moves consistently. So instead of it actually fluctuating and finding those large price increases and large dips, you're going to see just consistent growth, which is good and bad, right? If you're one of those people that likes to buy in at the bottom, ride it to the top, find a resistance point, and then sell it or sell a portion of it and then buy in again so that you can hold more, then you can't really do that with Solana. But you can still see that consistent growth as you did see throughout this time period. You would see it go to, as you look into it, it doesn't really have those huge dips, which is what we talked about earlier. Let's see. So yeah, it doesn't really have those huge dips as you look at a year. All right, let's look at a month, really. You can see that, you know, you're going from 30 and you're seeing those consistent growth points. Carl, I swear, he's just knocking everything over. I don't understand. Go away, man. Go to your sister. Like, your sister's over there on the couch and you're just bothering me. Uh, 129 is the all-time high this morning. Yeah, it's doing well. Again, it moves consistently. Love seeing that. Love seeing it. Again, I don't get salty when I don't get into a position, because yes, it could have been something big. If you would have put $5,000 into it, it would have been a lot bigger. But no way was I putting $5,000 into it. I would have probably put $1,000 at most. Well, I mean, it doesn't have a high circulating supply and it has a lot of popularity behind it. It's now 6th on the list in popularity, right behind Dogecoin. But you're seeing the volume go up every day. That's why you're seeing Solana end up making these large increases. The typical hold time is not that high, so people are letting go of it you know, as they are, you know, holding it. Let's see if this continues, that people continue to hold it. A lot of times when you see this go up so high and it stays up, people are holding it for quite some time. So it's because I told you to buy Tesla. No, I made money on Tesla. I'm fine with that. I didn't lose money on Tesla. I made money on Tesla. So that was a good play either way. And I was looking to invest at that point, and I appreciate that. But no, I didn't buy into Solana, one, because I didn't have any money to buy into it at that point. But I did end up making a move somewhere around where it was, I believe it was around 60 or something. That's where I had money to put into Coinbase, which I had like a free like $6,000 that I can put in there. And I did, but I put it into other positions, which I'm currently seeing a lot of them, you know, make some decent moves. And eventually they'll make their large moves. You know, I put more money into Harvest Finance, which does fluctuate, and I'm looking for certain resistance points to where I'm probably going to pull out and try and buy more while not spending more. That's what I'm looking for a lot of these positions. You know, Cardano has made a large increase. You have Gitcoin that has made a decent increase from $8 to $12. Clover Finance has made a decent move as well, from down at that 140 or 150 mark up to $1.86 or 87 cents. So there's a lot of positions that I have made a decent amount of money on. But yeah, if I would have invested 5,000 into Solana, it would have probably been great, or 6,000 into Solana, it would have been great, but I couldn't do that because I didn't have that money. So there's a big catalyst today from Solana. They posted on their Twitter about it. Made a little money off, and NVDA felt good after that wait. And it depends how long you wait. You can feel good, or you can feel like it's about damn time type of thing, you know? When Solana dumps, it's going to dump hard. I don't know. It looks consistent. I don't know if it will dump like hard, but it looks consistent. From 78, it did pull back to about 70, and I thought that's where we were going to see a little bit of a dump, or a little bit of a pullback to a certain level, maybe a certain resistance level, maybe back up to like, what is this, 55? So from 70 to 50 or something like that, and then start to see that increase. But really, we just saw like more of a bull flag setup. So if we look at this, we're seeing an increase, a flag, and then we see that increase as well. And I mean, I don't really apply a lot of these patterns to cryptocurrency, but still, it looks really good. You think Dogecoin going to make moves? Not right now. I think we still have some room to go for Dogecoin. It did get to what, a high of 35 or 37. I can't remember exactly what it got to recently. But yeah, let's look at a month ago. Yeah, it got to a high of about 35, which is not bad. Currently at 28. I'm looking for this to pull back a little bit more for me to get into it. Obviously, I sold some over in Webull, or sold all of it over in Webull to get out and put it into Coinbase. And now I'm playing the waiting game with $1,000 because I want to put that in Dogecoin below 25 cents. You know, you can see Solana on Webull, just can't trade it. I didn't know that. Someone said Ren. What's Ren doing? I know we're talking about crypto a lot. We do need to look at GME and AMC. Ren currently is up 12% or 13%. It looks like this is the total supply that's out there. So they added all their supply, so there's no more like dilution to this position, which is definitely a great bet. This looks really interesting. The reason why it looks interesting is because there's only 1 billion circulating supply, which currently at 73 cents is not the worst thing possible, right? I would like to see it maybe a little bit lower before we can make that move in there. Someone did call this out previously. I think it was back in, no, it was somewhere around, yeah, I thought it was like 40 something cents, 37 cents. I think it was somewhere around here, around May, to where someone did call it out, and I did see this start to decrease more before I wanted to make that move, and I totally lost sight of it. It's on my watch list. I totally lost sight of it because it's only 1 billion supply, which shows the possibility or the potential to get to $100 max potential. Now, I would probably look at it as a more of a $10, less than $10 coin. But even if, I mean, you're still looking at doubling, tripling, quadrupling at those points. So this definitely looks good. I'm going to have to, keep an eye out on this or for this. I don't know if I actually bought some. I have to check my Coinbase Pro, but yeah, I don't know if I actually did. So that's something I'm going to look into as well. Yeah, I like watching entry and exit plans for Solana on Webull. I find it useful. Yeah, I would imagine Webull has a way better platform than Coinbase or any other platform that you go into, even Coinbase Pro. I was just looking at a DOT yesterday and tell myself it hasn't moved much yet. Should I buy some? But I didn't. What did DOT do? Did DOT do something big? Anybody know what Socks is at? I would have to check that in a little bit. Well, it's currently up 16%. Is that what you're getting at? The total circulating supply, it looks like it's 7 on most popular, but it is at $29. I would say the max that you're seeing with this is probably getting up to $100. That's the max, because you probably want to look at something like less than $10 billion, or sorry, less than $100 billion market cap. I always like to look at 10 billion as more of like the average or the lower level to where cryptocurrency will get to. But the whole time is up. The popularity is up. It's currently 7th. And you've seen some fluctuation all the way down to $10, which would have been amazing to get into in July, July 20th. And then ride that all the way up to 27, currently at 29, was previously at 50. So looks good. Looks decent. Solana is trending because you can buy NFTs with it. Damn, I should have held my DOT. Yeah, I mean that's usually the case. The thing is like, if you made money from it, it's always a good play. If you lost money from it, then it's like, okay, maybe you should have held it. But it depends. Like if you were playing a strategy and you wanted to get out of that position because you were losing money on it, then go ahead. But a lot of times in Coinbase, you can't even figure out how much you're down. Other platforms as well. So. About Balancer. 6.9 million supply for Balancer, which is not high at all. The only thing is that's only 7% of the total supply. But 7% of the total supply is still lowish. Right now it's at $27.87. Has hit highs of $75. Let's look at all time. So yeah, the all-time high is around $75 in May. So showing where this is at, right, it would be really good to probably make a move into a position like this because of the fact that it only has 6.9 million supply. However, like I said, that's 7% of the total supply, so this can be diluted quite a bit. But even though it's diluted, I think you can actually see this price increase. I don't think they'll obviously offer all of those coins out there. I don't know how, if they're truly mined easily. I like liquidity trading pools of customers. So yeah, it looks 2%. I mean, it looks decent. I would love to basically make that move probably lower at a lower point, but then again, you never know. This looks like it's somewhere closer to the lowest point than it is to the highest point that you would see. So again, this is not bad. The circulating supply shows me a lot of positivity. Volume shows me positivity. The fact that the market cap is so low at this point is really, really good. It's a really good sign. But then as you see those things increase, just know that, again, it will be diluted when you start to get to certain levels. You start to get to $75 or whatever, you know that that price will end up dropping, once, you have that supply go from 6.9 million to 10 million. So again, it looks like a good position. Let's do a little bit more research for me, and we'll factor that into my overall decision on how much I plan on putting into crypto today. I think Kraken is better than Coinbase. I haven't ever used it. Shiba has been added to Webull for trading. Are you lying? There's no way Shiba was added to Webull. It's such a low price. Isn't it like 0.00000 like 1 cent? Easier and better to stake on Kraken. Interesting. We got 277 people in here, guys. If you can, hit the like button. It does help out the channel if you hit the like button. And also, if you want to check out some of my other channels, I've been doing a golf channel that I think is good, and I love doing it because, like, I didn't want to do it in the past. Like, I wanted to do it in the past, but I couldn't really do it because I didn't really feel like I had like that personality to do it. And now I feel like I'm starting to move into that personality, because I'm getting a little bit more open. I'm still introvert, I know I am, but I want to become like very comfortable with recording outside and doing all of those things. A lot of times, a lot of the golf courses that I have played, if it's not open, like I have a video that's going to be posting probably tomorrow, where I did play pretty well, but it was such a small golf course that I had to be so silent, because literally while I was on the tee, there's a tee box maybe 50 yards away from me, and there's another tee box like 30 yards away from me over here. There's another it's just so distracting if I'm sitting here talking very loudly. So it's something to where once we get on a big golf course, I feel like I can be more open and talk. So if you guys want to check out my golfing channel, definitely go ahead and do that. I just uploaded my 4th video. I just uploaded my 4th video. It was a chip and putt course, which I didn't play that well, but it was fun. And I do have a second part to that going to be uploading tomorrow. So if you guys are interested in any of this golf content, seeing me in a different light, different manner, then definitely go over there and subscribe and watch and like and all that other stuff, all that other good stuff that people do. Actually, let me bring this back over here. So currently, let's look at AMC. So AMC is starting to move down a little bit. The total volume is around, let's say, 650, 700,000 shares worth of volume if you're looking at something like Fidelity or TD Ameritrade. But Webull shows 327. This is only Webull volume, 327,000. Let's look at GME. Currently, AMC is up 1.5%. We're going to look at GME and see where that is. They're up 1.2%. It's very close to my cost basis. My cost basis is 220, and right now it's at 211, or almost 212. Currently up $2.76. And the total volume is around 7,000 for Webull, and I would imagine it's double for if you're looking at Fidelity or any other platform, around 14,000, which is not a lot of volume, but GME does not have a lot of shares out there outstanding. Let's see, any good positions. I can't really sort by, I can sort by change, high to low, maybe. Oh, it's not by pre-market change though. It seems like a lot of things are red. Maybe AMC might turn red. Hope that's not the case. honestly feel you should have more views. You're very eloquent and give good insight into crypto and stocks. It's possible to do an interview with Matt Kors or Trey. I mean, it's possible. Again, I'm just always that person that likes to build things, by myself. And I mean, that gets me all the time because I probably should have more views. There's probably a ton of people that, there is a ton of people that ask me to do like interviews or collab or something like that. And I'm one of those people that, takes like pride over anything. Right. So I'm more or less trying to build everything myself and not use someone's likeness too much, if at all. And it depends what type of thing. Like this channel, I want to make sure this becomes big based on me, not based on someone else finding me and liking me from their channel. I want them to be able to search for me and say, hey, I like this guy. The reason why I like this guy is not because I found him on someone else's channel, is because the algorithm picked him up as someone that, really talks, speaks well about crypto and about stocks and actually helps people. And it looks like the algorithm's not like picking me up, because I don't want it to one day just disappear because the algorithm decided not to pick me up. I want to make sure that the algorithm is doing the work so that I can continually be pushed, but yes, it's not a bad idea to do any type of interviews or, just talks with some of these people. But yeah, and the fact that I'm introvert is probably a point that's, or something that's pushing me away from it. So I don't know. I know in the beginning there was a lot of people that were like, hey, you should do an interview with Matt or Trey. And I know Trey wanted to do it, and a bunch of people I think still want to do it, but I don't think I don't know. County, welcome to Tuesday. Busy at work, late getting in. Well, thank you for being here. I'm very busy as well. I mean, it's the end of the month, going into the beginning of the month, a new month end close. That the last month end close lasted forever. So, and it's still not really over. So I still have to do things to close out last month to make sure that we have all of the files intact. But yeah. Also on support. Again, I think support is good for a short-term gain. Don't think of it as a squeeze. That's my advice. And I don't give advice often. But I don't give advice about owning a position. I never give really advice, but when it comes to making a smart or dumb decision, I will give advice. So there's only certain portions. Oh, please, Matt, you changed your name to piggyback on the Friends actor? Yep, changed my name. That's what I wanted to do. Matthew Perry wanted to piggyback. No, I think that's why I'm not searchable. Because I think that's why it's more difficult. I want to build my name on my own and not only be known because of Matthew Perry from Friends. Do you know what I mean? I want to build my own name because every time I say anything, or I say, they're like, hey, what's your name? And I'll say Matthew Perry. And then they're like, oh, the guy from Friends. And it's like, okay. And then when they search me on YouTube, I had a couple of people that searched me on YouTube, and they get a list of Matthew Perry, being on the reunion or whatever, Friends, like different Friends clips, all of that stuff. And I want to be able to build my name on YouTube. YouTubers should come first on YouTube rather than, videos, right? At least that's what I think. And I think I'm starting to get there, because as I'm starting to gain popularity with a lot of my channels, if I type in Matthew Perry, I actually come up, I'm second on the list. So you have Matthew Perry story, you have the last video that I just posted, the live that I'm currently in, but then you have a list of, it's Matthew Perry from Friends, Chandler Bing, Chandler Bing, Chandler Bing, Chandler Bing. Everybody is Chandler. and you get to my channel, which is like 20th on the list. You know what's funny? Also, Matt Perry Golf comes up, so that's interesting. That's good to know. But you do get my channel after a while. I would say that YouTubers should come first. The people that actually have channels that make videos should come first, and then the videos should come up. Because then if they search for Matthew Perry, then they'll get me and they'll say, who is this guy? He's got 126,000 subscribers. Who is this guy? You know? I'd say you should do something outrageous to get your name out there. But I see you did a lot in the 90s. You're funny. Add your middle name. Yeah, I could. Funny thing is, your first name is my middle name. That's interesting that you would say that. That is funny. That's very funny. FOMO, and I bought an option on Friday for $39. The problem was the freaking contract was a $15 to $16 option. I should have sold it on Friday when it was in the 50s. Yeah, I hear you. I was so close to buying BBIG in the pre-market at $9, and I decided against it. Thanks, baby Jesus. Yeah, yeah. I that's what I was talking about. I was like, look, if you're going to play this play or any of these plays, yes, they could run, they could make huge moves, but also they could severely pull back. And if they do, then you want to make sure that you get out of that position with a small loss. And that's good that you didn't get into it because you didn't even have to worry about that. I need a fourth for a golf event in the Poconos. I mean, I would, but I don't know. Eventually, someone just reached out to me from a golf course and talked about setting up like some sort of tournament. Oh, an AMC tournament. Whoever, I don't know. We can figure something out. Whoever holds the most shares gets like, I don't know, something. If you hole in one closest to the pin gets like I don't know, 10 shares of AMC or something like that. I don't think you can do that, but that'll be funny. You over Zev yet? No, I didn't. I think I'm done going over individual positions because I went over a lot of positions today. And I have 3 on my list that I want to look through and see if I can buy some of those, or if I want to buy some of those. I'm probably not going to buy all of them. Lesson learned. The volume of BBIG was ridiculous yesterday. The price didn't move. That's what people do who want to pump it. They set up a buy and sell at the same price to boost the volume to get more people in. That is true. If you are loud at golf, you get put in timeout. Yeah, I'm not loud at golf. Like, am I loud during golf? No, I'm not. I usually stay pretty silent, pretty to myself, but it depends what happens. If I have a hole out, or I chip in, or I have a long putt for birdie, obviously I'm going to get really excited, and a lot of other people will. And golfers are notorious for their horrible high fives, so we're going to have a ton of those everywhere. And I hope that I can just get people that I can play matches with. You can play match play, stroke play, whatever it ends up being. It should be fun to be able to play those type of matches against all types of golfers. Like I have uh, a brother-in-law who's, I don't know if it's like a step brother-in-law, but he's really good at golf. I just would like to, play golf with a bunch of great people, good people, and have fun. And what about your coin? I remember you saying you made a coin. Yes. So again, I've been looking into that the past however many days, and I don't know what's going on. Um, I've been trying to create liquidity for it myself, and I mean, I could do it to where we're all creating liquidity and I'm giving out coins and everything. But the problem is we haven't priced it. We haven't gotten it priced, which is why we would create liquidity. And what I'm doing is going in here trying to take 10,000 coins and put it into a pool, or like 5,000 coins and put it into a pool, but it's telling me that I need to pay $2,000 to create liquidity on this coin, which is a little ridiculous. I submitted something for $100 and it was like $6, and then I went back after doing a 5,000 coin. I said $100. I submitted something for 100 coins, and that was only like $6 that I ended up paying, in Ethereum. But it's telling me with 10,000 coins or 5,000 coins that I have to pay $900 to $2,000, worth of Ethereum in order to create liquidity, in order to go through with this. And it doesn't make sense. Then when I go back to just 100, it's telling me that I still need to pay $800 for liquidity there. So I don't know what's going on. If it's something with my wallet that's just not working right, but it was kind of stupid. So maybe I needed to like log out and then re-log back in. Maybe that was the case, just to make that move. But I have to figure it out, and I'm trying to, because I really want that coin to take off and see what we can do with it. And I don't want to create something that's ever like a rug pull or anything like that. This is literally like I want an experiment. If I'm giving it away for free to people that are members and that are subscribers, then that's always good. And it shows that I'm not obviously looking to just have people buy it. I want to see what this can be, how this can get to a certain level with only 100,000 coins available. Now, if we can create something better, like more legit, if someone out there already has like a full process on creating a coin, setting up liquidity, everything like that, telling me exactly how much it will cost, then I can go with it. Like I'm with it. I will, be in conversations with you back and forth, and we can video chat, we can talk about it, all of that stuff. If you have an understanding of how to fully create a cryptocurrency without having to go through all of this mess. I understand you have to go through a lot, but creating all this mess is just too much. Like I want it to be created, someone else like does the grunt work, and I just pay for it. Like that's what I want. And then we're going to see what this actually can be. All right, guys. So it looks like the children are about to leave. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here 3 minutes early. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you can. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys for stopping by today. Again, if you guys want to check out my other channels, I have a bunch of other channels. So I don't only have a golf channel. You can check out the MP Shorts, the Matt Reacts, and the gaming channel, which we will have more coming on a lot of these. I haven't gamed in a while, and I also haven't done a reaction video, or at least edited a reaction video in a while. So if you guys are interested in any of these videos or any of these channels, make sure you guys go over there and subscribe and watch some content and all that stuff. But I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Let me just check where AMC and GME are. AMC is currently at 1.2%. GME is at 1.2%, and AMC is at 1.45%. So hopefully we can see some more positivity as the day goes on. I'm seeing the middle of the week that's more negative than anything that happens towards the end of the week, because Friday and Mondays have been positive, which is crazy. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys again for watching, for being a part of the community, all of the members, anybody that sent a super chat. I appreciate you. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.